We've always thought about ourselves on this, multi-year journey, the next 10, 20 years to build a generational company. And for us, that's what gets us going. The quality of our business and are we making a difference? And those are the things that we get excited about, and those are the things that define our business as Komodo Health. So Webb and I had the fortune of mutual connection introducing us.
Yes.
I remember the first time I got a chance to talk to you, it was by phone. We talked, I think for an hour, got off the phone, and I was like, wow.
That guy's amazing.
I really like that guy. I thought that was an incredible conversation.
Right before we started Komodo Health, I was thinking about all of these exciting things that were happening in terms of healthcare, technology, data analytics. What would that look like to take my own shot, to take our shot? And that was really what I was obsessing about every single day. When we looked at it, we said healthcare in and of itself is a very stodgy, antiquated, kind of conservative vertical. And when we looked at it, we said a lot of the innovation oftentimes comes out of life sciences because they have the appetite for innovation. They want to do digital transformation. And so we said, let's start here with these audiences that have a desire to do some things that are transformative, a desire to do something different and better. And then we can take our learnings and take many of those solutions and use cases and bring them to other markets. How did we develop Komodo's mission to reduce the global burden of disease?
Oh, this is a good one. So in our early days, we had this great idea that we could build an application that helped one function. This was medical affairs, this was Aperture. We were so excited. I remember when we were just getting ready for it and releasing it. And we were working with this great team in multiple sclerosis for a brand new drug. It was gonna fundamentally change MS. And we were looking at the data and we saw this incredible difference between what the publicly available data said on which doctors mattered based on how much they were publishing. And then when you actually looked at how patients moved through the system, it told a totally different story. I remember we were going back and forth and we were like, wow, there's all this signal in what's happening with how patients move through the system. Shouldn't we actually bring this into the conversation? And that was a fundamental game changer for us because it got us thinking about that patient journey, that patient experience. Why don't we start tracing these patient journeys? Because they tell a very different story about how healthcare is delivered, who matters, and it all came from there. Those journeys turned into really thinking about the disease burden and then really formed our mission. And that was all because of how we built Aperture in those early days.
The first official office was my windowless basement adjacent to the garage. And we had 4 of us in there on fold-out seats, sitting, working on top of a picnic table. When we really needed air, oxygen, we would leave said windowless basement, go to the San Mateo Public Library. We had to be there at 10 a.m., so we would go at 9:50 so we could get the one meeting room. The one meeting room. And we would use that as our office for the day. That was great. And then we did eventually get our first office in the city when we hired our first engineer, and that was also an adventure in and of itself. I think there's 3 things that I believe really makes Komodo special. The first one is the mission. The mission of reducing the global burden of disease is really what attracts hundreds and hopefully in the future thousands of dragons to come work with us on something very, very difficult and something very, very important. I think the second thing here is the very unique approach we've taken to addressing our mission, to addressing this important undertaking is our full stack approach. It had never been done before. It's very, very difficult, and it starts with the underlying data and goes all the way through the entirety of the stack up to our enterprise workflow applications. And then I think most importantly is all of our dragons. They're what makes Komodo special, and they're what make it easy, I believe, for everyone to get excited about coming to work every day and working with so many other talented dragons.
As a founder, the legacy of the business is the people that are part of it and the people that are on this journey. And I couldn't be more thrilled to be working with this incredible team.